Hey guys. So, is there truly power in ugly? Is ugly privilege a thing? Are ugly people happy? They can't be, right? I'm gonna say something pretty damn radical. It's definitely gonna go against conventional norms. But people whom society deems to be ugly have superpowers. One of the best freaking superpowers, in fact. They have the power of invisibility. Yep, it's definitely a say the weird thing kind of day. And before we move forward with my video, it isn't meant to be offensive. I'm simply inserting a different perspective, one where I will be talking solely about myself and my personal experience. But have you ever wanted to be a superhero? Dreamed about the cool powers you would have? Well, while most people, extremely cruel people, see ugly as negative, I see it as an awesome way to filter shallow individuals by going unseen. You see, without all this stuff on my face, I'm pretty much a plain Janine. And that's how I spent the majority of my free time, actually, without makeup. I studied and observed human behavior for a long time, so I see the differences in the way I'm treated. And without makeup, it suits this ambivert, a person who is both extroverted and introverted, just fine to go ignored sometimes. The power of ugly came to my attention when I was suffering from a serious case of depression and PTSD. I had hit rock bottom. It wasn't just a few months of being crapped on by society, but years, decades even. Everything I was told to hide, to forget. I tried to put a smiling mask over my face, but it was all falling apart. I heavily crafted a lie of being okay. I fed into the BS propaganda of strength. I mean, I'm a Black woman, right? I can't show weakness. I'm not even allowed to be sensitive or fragile. No. Handle with care was never a consideration when it came to me. Whatever punches came my way, I was expected to just take them. So when uterine cancer showed up, my ex-husband cheated and abandoned me in record timing during my treatment. Yes, I'm a part of that statistic. The one where husbands leave their sick wives shortly after being diagnosed. The last band-aid on my mask, it completely disintegrated, and my world came crashing down all at once. I couldn't repair the support beams. I needed a way out. Climbing out of the dark spaces of my thoughts, I chose healing, and I gave my life a second chance. I knew that in order to heal properly, I needed space and time. I also needed to lean on my introverted qualities. I needed to hide, and I needed freedom. I needed freedom to be invisible and to be left alone. Most people know the extroverted part of me, but I needed my privacy during this time. I desperately needed to go unseen, and I noticed in all the free moments of the past, being plain Janine afforded me invisibility. Going without all the bells and whistles, no makeup, no fro. I covered my hair and just existed as me, and it made me invisible to the shallow dredges of society, and it felt wonderful. It was as if I hit the factory reset on my life. By using ugly or plain, I slipped right under the radar. It was an awesome game of hide and go seek for many would-be suitors. I didn't have the time to explain rejection. I simply embodied rejection by being society's definition of ugly, plain, unacceptable. I didn't really care if people thought I was ugly, to be honest. In fact, society probably did me a huge favor by redirecting its shallowness and energy elsewhere. Going without attention and being unnoticed afforded me the time to focus directly on myself. and it allowed me to heal a very broken spirit and a fractured soul. I regained so much of me back by placing all of my energies on a healthy mental state. I even lost 80 pounds during that time, and nothing was perfect, of course. Some humans were still cruel and able to control their mouths. Looking into the mirror themselves, apparently they couldn't do it. Humans are gonna human, and ugly help to expose them and filter them out. But the ones who were still kind, no matter the window dressing, proved to be genuinely good-natured people. I'd rather have a plethora of goodness around me than shallow emptiness. I quickly learned once again, because I needed the refresher, that all attention isn't good attention. It can be downright terrifying sometimes. I mean, pretty doesn't necessarily come with the privileges you think it does. One person comes to mind is Marilyn Monroe. What happened to Marilyn Monroe from a very early age until her passing, even those few hours beyond, was simply horrifying. Emotional abuse, physical abuse, SA, exploitation. And even in her death, she wasn't at rest. Google the aftermath. And she was considered the beauty standard of her time, and well past her time. I mean, if that's how society treats beauty, I long for invisibility. I know, she had some days where she completely wished for it. When you think about the concept of ugly, think about my story and how it helped me to heal. It may seem small or even superficial. Never forget where we live. Using society's shallowness against itself may be just the help you need on your healing journey. As always, thriving is achievable, and I'll help you get there.